Connor Coffin and Ian Gentil have hit the lineup here for the Boost Mobile Gold Coast Pro. It's finals day. We're kicking off with the men's round of 16. We're then going to run into the women's quarterfinals, followed by the men's quarterfinals, all the way through until we crown our champions here on the Gold Coast. We could have some new ones in the mix because we've only got 2 previous winners left in the draw, and Julian Wilson and Tyler Wright. We could be seeing a brand new one walking away with a trophy today, and it could be Connor or Ian. Shannon Hughes alongside Jess Grimwood in the booth. We got a lot of action on our hands today. Ian Gentil got up to this while we were in break.
Yeah, smooth. Another one that's able to just absorb the lump and bump and chop really, really well. You can see it just kind of pushing through his ankles. He doesn't let it affect the overall look of his performance. He just looks really smooth and really composed, similar to Vasco. So there's a lot going on in that wave face. You can see all the different parts of it, and then huge big critical turn there in the section. A little bit stuck up on that last manoeuvre, so having to hop back onto the front. And we just watched the local guy, Sheldon Simkus, take the win over the Portuguese surfer. That was a nice way to start the morning. Here we go, straight into it.
Connor Coffin throwing some power down for that first turn. Lining it up now. Frothy section, finds that corner. Tags the foam, goes for a second. Wipes his hair and water out of his face as he gets a good looking pocket opening up in front of him. Kind of drops out of the sky off the roof of that one and sets himself up with the first wave.
Nice big kind of attacking opening turn for Ian Gentil, and this is the last one, or the first one of Connor. Jam in the pocket, timed it really well because you see it just changing and warping as the energy resets itself on the inside. Really foamy, frothy section, and then here it comes, critical surfing.
Pitching up and down and all sorts going on. As we see a huge takeoff from Ian Gentil, ducking into a massive barrel, gets clipped by the lip on the head. That would have been insane if he had been able to pull it through.
That didn't even look like the conditions. It just glassed off. You could see how beautiful that barrel looked. It almost blasted his jersey off his back, and it was a really, really big section.
Surfers are going to have to be keen and ready for it when it does come through. We saw Sheldon really looking for that, but without any opportunity. And now Ian with the foam takeoff transitions straight up into the lip, and now with that clean face, it seems like those conditions are just shaping up a little bit better now, but bites the nose on the way down.
And then that's not including the free surfs and all the other energy that goes into, you know, putting together a championship performance.
Connor Coffin slides the tail, grabs the rail for a moment, now slings back into the foam. Redirects to look for that double up section, just decides it's not going to be worth it. 15 minutes on the clock. We are running 25-minute heats for our first few rounds this morning. So we've had a few locals take home the trophy on the men's side of the draw, but it's been over a decade as we take a look at this last one. An inside runner for Connor Coffin.
Yeah, clean looking to open section. This is kickoff with. There's a lump and bump, but just capitalizes. Traversing kind of transition top turn there. Like he covered a lot of ground.
Ian Gentil now with an opportunity out of Maui. Oh, goes for a big slide, throws those fins fully out, and now setting himself up as this wave reforms on the inside. It's really frothy, all that texture from the set rolling through just in front of it. And he's looking for that pocket. Lets loose, goes for that little layback. Now transitions through. And looking for a good finish here for Ian Gentil. Puts on a powerful slam, and he's feeling good. We'll take a look at the replay here. Scores to come through. See if he can move up into the lead.
Yeah, he just seems really active and excited in this heat. Just a lot of froth about that first turn, just drifting, kind of floating really lightly and nicely. Nothing crazy critical. Got that mid foam to deal with as well at the moment in the conditions until it hits this inside section, and then this is the most critical turn for him. He really jams it.
These guys want the points on the line. Connor Coffin with a solid looking set.
Yeah, big open searing down the face. Bit of rail work that we've come to expect from Connor Coffin, and obviously honed his forehand point break skills, you know, from his home break, and probably not too dissimilar to this on a really chunky, lumpy day. He just looks really comfortable in the lineup to me and able to find a bit of flow amongst all kind of disorganised mess that's running through along that bank there. He's not over surfing the sections either, I don't think. Just really patient with it and just really ready to open up.
In Hawaii on the North Shore at Haleiwa, place where this guy is so comfortable with. Coming out of Maui, Ian Gentil would have just cut his teeth in the junior events there on the North Shore of Oahu.
A little nod to a little bit of leg burn.
Gentil with an opportunity. Frothy section, places it really well, throws a bit of spray out the back. Also looking very comfortable. Feeling kind of cruisy as he transitions to the inside, now starts to find that speed. Lays into the rail. Links it together. And now he'll be looking for that opportunity to put on a strong finish as he floats down towards Rainbow Bay. Foam climb, straight off the bottom, really smooth surfing. Maneuver to maneuver, connecting straight up into the pocket, gets a little bit stuck there, and then finishes off strong. Scores coming through. Now Connor Coffin has dropped in a 6.17 for that bigger, chunky section out the back. Having an opportunity now under priority. Ian Gentil smooth off the bottom, off the top, looking for that good section. Connects into the lip. He's going to get caught behind the foam and kick out. He's looking for a 4.81 to take the advancing position away from Gentil. That last wave, his highest was a 5.77, which means he just has a small requirement. He's now taking off farther down the line. A lot of foam, a lot of froth to keep that board connected to his feet, even to keep that board connected to the surface of the water, where you get that foam in the equation and it literally just disconnects those fins with those air pockets. Gabrielle O'Brien up against Sally Fitzgibbons for the first one. Nikki Van Dyke and Caity Simmers up for the second one, as we see Connor Coffin using priority here. Cuts back into the foam. Just patiently waiting for an opportunity. He'll kick out there.
Yeah, they got a lot of personality if you just look at the kind of flavour of the matchups as well. And that Tyler Molly one, similar to the Jacko Callum, and it's a big day of finals competition surfing.
It's going to be massive. Out with a strong win, Connor Coffin books himself a spot into the quarterfinals. He's just fallen off of the championship tour, didn't make it past the mid-season cut at the Margaret River Pro, and making it into the quarterfinals here is going to be a very strong way for him to start his Challenger Series campaign.